Please be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Pablo Arenas, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at Texas A&M International University. I want to welcome you to this afternoon's commencement exercises. This is the last of 3 ceremonies we've had today. This afternoon, the A.R. Sanchez Junior School of Business is graduating 185 students. This morning, the College of Arts and Sciences awarded 234 undergraduate degrees, and earlier this afternoon, the College of Education, the College of Nursing and Health Sciences, and University College awarded 107 degrees, along with 27 graduate degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences. When you all are done walking across the stage today, we will have graduated a total of 553 students this fall. As is our tradition, we will now present the flags of the nations that are represented in this afternoon's graduating class. As each flag is introduced, will the graduating students from that country please rise and remain standing. China. The Dominican Republic. India. Venezuela. Mexico. And the United States of America. This afternoon, the U.S. flag is being presented by members of TAMIU's ROTC program. Please rise and join Dana Crabtree, instructor of music, in singing the national anthem. And gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets wrecked there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
Please be seated. This afternoon, the University Mace was carried by Dr. George Clark, President of the Faculty Senate. The Faculty Marshal who led the students in the processional this afternoon is Dr. Rob Evans, Assistant Professor of Marketing. The School of Business is recognizing outstanding graduates by asking them to serve as Student Marshal and Banner Bearer. Will you please rise when I call your name and remain standing? Serving as Student Marshal is Rosalia Burgos. The Banner Bearer is Jessica Bustamante. Congratulations to both of you on your success. You may be seated. I am pleased to introduce the stage party. To my left is Dr. Ray Keck, President of the University. Next to Dr. Keck is Dr. Sergio Alcocer, our commencement speaker for today. Next to him is Dr. Manita Ramirez, Vice President for Student Success. To my right is Ms. Terry McDevitt, Vice Chancellor for Marketing and Communication and Texas A&M University System Representative. Next to her is Mr. Juan Castillo, Vice President for Finance and Administration. And next to him is Ms. Rosanne Palacios, Vice President for Institutional Advancement. We're also joined by Dr. Steve Sears, Dean of the A.R. Sanchez Jr. School of Business. Dr. Tom Mitchell, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Catherine Whiteman, Dean of the College of Education. Glenda Walker, Dean of the College of Nursing and Health Sciences. George Clark, whom I've already introduced. Dr. Jeff Brown, Dean of Graduate Studies and Research. Dr. Conchita Hickey, Dean of University College. And Mr. Joshua Llamas, President of the Student Government Association. I now invite Dr. Keck to the podium to introduce our commencement speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, graduandos, those about to graduate, fellow Laredoans, members of the TAMIU community, citizens of South Texas, Mexico, welcome to this graduation ceremony at Texas A&M International University. Today gives me great pleasure to welcome to the university our commencement speaker, Dr. Sergio Manuel Alcocer Martinez de Castro. Dr. Alcocer is a civil engineer, academic, and Mexican researcher for the Universidad Nacional Autónoma de Mexico, Faculty of Engineering. His storied career has included prestigious posts in academia and high-level government services. He studied civil engineering at UNAM, graduating with honors and earning the Gambino Barreda Medal in 1986. With support from the Consejo Nacional de Ciencia y Tecnología, he obtained a doctorate in engineering from the University of Texas at Austin. In 2007, he received the SMIE Prize in Structural Engineering for Housing and the Award of Distinction from the Consortium for North American Higher Education Collaboration in 2014. In 1991, Dr. Alcocer became an associate researcher at UNAM's Institute of Engineering in Structures and Materials Coordination. He regularly conducts research in structural and geotechnical engineering at the National Center for Disaster Prevention. In 2000, he was named Director of Research for that center. In 2003, he became UNAM's Director of the Institute of Engineering. 2007, he became UNAM's Secretary General. 2011, he was named Undersecretary of Energy Planning and Technological Development for Mexico's Ministry of Energy. In 2012, he became UNAM's Coordinator for Innovation and Development. Most recently, Dr. Alcocer was Undersecretary for North American Affairs at the Mexican Secretariat of Foreign Relations. He is the President of the Academy of Engineering of Mexico and a member of the National System of Researchers, the Mexican Academy of Sciences, and various technical societies. Y siendo mexicano en Laredo con nosotros, es ciudadano, hermano, campesino, paisano y nuestro honrado invitado, doctor Alcocer.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much, President Keck, for this kind introduction and, of course, for the invitation to be here in this extraordinary occasion and this opportunity. Dear Texas A&M International graduates of the 2015 class, let me begin by congratulating all of you on your successful completion of what I know is a very challenging course of study. Those long days and nights, some of which blended into the other, I'm sure, have proven not only your intelligence, but your character as well. Thanks to your hard work and dedication, you have reached the very important milestone, the first of many in your professional life. Congratulations also to your parents and relatives for the support that they have given to each one of you. A los papás y mamás que hablan español, muchas felicidades. Qué orgullo ver a sus hijos graduarse. You Texas A&M International graduates are the direct result of love, effort, and commitment of your family. Today, they are looking upon you with pride and joy. You and them, I'm sure, will never forget this moment. Today, I want you to close your eyes and think about yourselves in 30, maybe 40 years. What do you think you can accomplish in that time? What do you think you will change? Now imagine the world in 100, perhaps 150 years from now. How do you imagine the 22nd century? The future is shaped by visionaries, by people who dare to dream of a different world. Let me tell you a story written by one of those visionaries. Back in 1870, a writer named Edward Everett Hale published a tale in the Atlantic magazine called The Brick Moon. It tells the story of an ambitious engineering project, the construction and launching to a space of a large hollow sphere made of bricks. According to Hale, this artificial moon would reflect the sun's light at all times and would become a new reference for navigators in ships all over the world. People could know their exact location just by observing the brick moon shining in the sky. That's what Hale was telling us. Although scientists and engineers find a lot of technical obstacles, they eventually succeeded and finished the construction of that artificial moon. Now, this is where things get more interesting. Some of the construction workers building the brick moon were so poor that they decided to live inside their families and with their families, at least during the harsh winter. The brick moon offered better living conditions than their small and cold log cabins. Then, the launching mechanism is suddenly activated ahead of time while the people are inside. So, they are launched into space. They are supposed to be lost forever. But, as in every good story, the good guys survive. They manage to create a colony outside Earth. Hale imagined that these people, living in the immensity of space, formed a perfect society, living in harmony and free of any material need. 145 years have passed since this tale was written. Of course, the idea of a moon made of brick and launched into space with some sort of a slingshot seems now innocent, even funny. Technology has gone so far and so fast. Humans are being able to build and launch artificial satellites. We have also been capable of building true space stations and sending astronauts to the surface of the real moon. And we have also sent sophisticated robots to explore other worlds for us. But the other part of the brick moon story, the one that deals with humans being able to build a fair society free of need, that coexists in peace, that is still a challenge. We still talk about inequality, exclusion, discrimination, violence, and injustice. We'll still talk about poverty and hunger, even in nations as prosperous as the United States and Mexico. So, what I want to tell you today is, dear graduates, The world needs visionaries, people capable of dreaming of a better future, people who can dream and work hard to achieve those dreams. You can be among those visionaries. After many years of efforts from you and your parents, you have achieved your college degree. You deserve to be happy and proud. This is your moment. Seize it and enjoy it. You can now have the knowledge that is needed to start a successful career in your field of expertise. Some of you will found new companies, successful enterprises in the fields of health, technology, services, of course, business. Others will join the private sector and will reach the ranks of CEO or CFO. Some of you will hear the call of the public service. Maybe you will run for the mayor of Laredo, governor of Texas, senator, or even the president of the United States. You will get as far as you want. But whatever you choose to do, I want you to remember this. College has put a bright path ahead of you. But as a famous movie character once said, there is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. To walk the path, you will need not only a college degree or a Master of Science or a PhD. To walk the path, you will also need to have strong values. You will need integrity and empathy. Integrity will allow you to do the right thing, to set the ship in the right course, even in the most confusing of times, even in the strongest storm. Your integrity will tell the world who you are really. The integrity will be the exact measure of your character. And empathy will help you to be sensitive to the circumstances of others. Empathy will allow you to put your knowledge and talent into something bigger than yourself. Empathy is what will make you reach out to others and be an agent of change, a true leader. I trust that in the journey that you begin today, integrity and empathy will guide your decisions every single time. Dear Texas A&M International graduates, ladies and gentlemen, more than 50 years ago, Mexico welcomed President John F. Kennedy with optimism and joy. While talking about the U.S.-Mexico relationship in a speech, he famously said, and I quote, "Geography has made us neighbors, history has made us friends, economics has made us partners, and necessity has made us allies. Those whom nature had to join together, let no man put asunder." End of quote. Today, Mexico and the United States are neighbors, friends, partners, and allies. And I may add, here in Laredo, they are family. We are family. Somos vecinos, amigos, socios y aliados, y aquí en Laredo son familia. Y orgullosamente hablamos dos idiomas a ambos lados de la frontera, porque somos dos naciones y dos culturas unidas por la historia. Nobody knows this better than you, and all the people living in the most dynamic border in the world. I invite you to imagine a new border for the future. I ask you to make use of all your talent and effort and think about innovative solutions to the social, economic, and environmental challenges of this borderland. Let us imagine together a vision of the future of a new border with a more competitive and more integrated economy. A border that opens fair opportunities for all. A border free from threats of organized crime. A border that can be crossed by any law-abiding American and by any law-abiding Mexican in a legal, orderly, efficient, fast, and humane fashion. A border with a cleaner environment for future generations. A border full of bridges that unite us, not walls that divide us. I am sure, Texas A&M International graduates, that you will be the leaders that can achieve this vision of tomorrow. And I ask you to never stop imagining the future. I ask you to be the ones that write a story that perhaps 140 years from now, future generations will read and think, those people from the early 21st century, they were true visionaries. Let's imagine and build new brick moons here on Earth, here in America, here in the border with Mexico. Thank you very much and congratulations. Muchas gracias y muchas felicidades.
Please accept, Dr. Alcocer, this token of our gratitude and to remind you of that December afternoon in 2015 at Texas A&M International University. Thank you.
It is now my great pleasure to introduce the Distinguished Student Scholar from the A.R. Sanchez Jr. School of Business, Sergio Alejandro Bernal. Sergio, would you please come forward? Sergio is the son of Sergio and Sandra Bernal and is a graduate of United High School Engineering Magnet. Today, he graduated magna cum laude with a BBA in Business Administration, attaining a 3.81 grade point average. He has been the beneficiary of scholarships from the DD@Char Honors Program, Logistics and Manufacturing Association, Port of Laredo, and Texas Community Bank. You can move up, that's fine. Sergio completed his degree in 3.5 years while working part-time as a bartender and as a tutor in the Writing Center. In addition, he has accumulated over 120 hours of community service and is part of the university's Reading the Globe program that went to Turkey. I don't know how you did all of that. Currently a data analyst with the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Sergio wants to advance his career with CBP. He plans on pursuing a master's degree in business and eventually a PhD in hospital administration. Please help me welcome the A.R. Sanchez Jr. School of Business Distinguished Student Scholar, Sergio Alejandro Bernal.
Good afternoon, parents, fellow students, Dr. Keck, Dr. Arenas, Dr. Sears, there he is, distinguished guests, Dr. Alcocer, and everyone else who helped make today possible. My name is Sergio Bernal, and it's my honor to be able to address you today for a few moments. I promise I'll be brief, and I'm sorry if I stutter a little bit. I'm a little nervous. Two things before I begin. To every single one of my classmates here, congratulations. To us all, really. Every single one of us has worked extremely hard to be here, and every single one of us deserves to be here. Secondly, to all the parents, friends, relatives here, Mom, I think I see you over there. There you go. Congratulations to all of you as well. I can't begin to imagine how proud you must be of all the candidates here. This day is as much a reflection of you as it is of us. We wouldn't be here without your support, so thank you. These past few years of TAMIU have truly been something special, something different. We were all told college would be an experience, but we never really knew how much of a difference it'd be until we finally showed up our first day of class and realized that high school was no more. Since then, we've made lifelong friends, come across a few rivals, and met individuals both old and young who, in one way or another, have helped shape the foundations of our future. There were literally thousands of lessons to be learned during our time here, some of which came from the least expected of places. Still, if there's at least 3 things that we've all learned here, I believe it's these: responsibility, commitment, and humility. You know, responsibility is formally defined as the ability to act independently and make decisions without authorization. But when you say it like that, it's kind of a mouthful. I guess it's best put in my mother's words. O sea, hello, ponte las pilas, you know, which roughly translates to, I shouldn't be telling you to do your work. TAMIU wasted no time in teaching us responsibility. I know I received my crash course during my freshman year when I didn't study for one of my accounting exams. And even though I knew I had a few weeks to prepare for it, I eeny, meeny, miny, mowed my way down the test, biting my nails, and I wiped away my sweat, and then I realized I just wasn't going to pass, and it was all my fault. Ultimately, I learned my lesson, as I'm sure we all did at one way or another. Raise your hands. Yeah, one or two. The reality of being in university hit me. Suddenly, it wasn't about being reminded to turn in an assignment. It was about remembering to turn in an assignment. It wasn't about being told where to look for information. It was about searching for information. We became accountable for our work. Today, we appreciate the value of being responsible. After all, it's brought us here today. Secondly, and on a different note, TAMIU taught us commitment to each other, to ourselves, and to our work. It taught us how to be driven, to stand by our decisions even in the toughest of times. We learned a plethora of different points of view from different group partners, different professors, even though we didn't agree with them all of the time. Still, we learned to persevere, to carry on regardless of disagreements and disappointments, and to put our best foot forward. We learned to work with our group members. We took our professors' different points of view, and although it was kind of like putting a round peg in a square hole, we built our own views upon them because we were committed to graduation. We even learned to make time for our jobs. It is in that commitment to improve ourselves through education that we matured as students and we became viable members of our community, or preparing to anyways. We came to understand that a textbook only goes so far, that a lecture only goes so far. But our commitment to improving our lives and the lives of others continues to guide us forward today. Lastly, I believe we all learned humility during our time here. TAMIU taught us that even the biggest accomplishments can start from the smallest of places. I must emphasize that TAMIU had help in this regard because humility is a virtue that starts at home and is reinforced by our faith in our personal relationships. However, TAMIU and its professors nurtured that value, strengthened it, nurtured it, and cultivated it. Sorry, I repeated that twice. Graduates, take a look around the audience. Take a few moments if you want. Spot your moms, your dads, your siblings, your professors, your crazy best friend who's about to fall asleep in his chair. These are the people whose support and faith, coupled with TAMIU's reinforcement, have helped you achieve today's reality. They're a huge part of why we're here. Mothers and fathers, mami, papi, thank you for all of your sacrifices and supporting us every step of the way. We hope we've made you proud. Brothers and sisters, and especially for me, Alisa and Samantha, thank you for putting up with us whenever we got too annoying or seemed too preoccupied with our work. We look forward to the day you all in our shoes, or that we've at least filled them in. We hope we've been able to do you proud. You all are our hearts, you are our prides and joy. To my girlfriend Anita, I love you, and I can't wait to see what the future holds in store for us. Lastly, to all of our TAMIU professors in attendance, thank you, every single one of you behind me and everyone in the audience, for always being a guiding force in our studies, and thank you for always putting us students at the core of your work. Without this crowd support, today would not be possible. So regardless of where we go from here on in, it is with great humility that we will forever regard the personal sacrifices made for us so that we may succeed. To conclude my time here, I'd like to share a few words of wisdom I received here at TAMIU. These are paraphrased from writer Henry David Thoreau Walden. He reads, "I realized this, at least by my experiment, or in our case, at least from our time here in TAMIU. If one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and dares to live the life in which he or she imagines, he will meet with a success that is truly unexpected. The universe will appear less complex. Together, we've blazed a beautiful path to arrive at this point in our lives. We've stayed strong, stayed true to our convictions, and made it all the way to graduation. And that's just the first rung of life's ladder. Let's keep at it. Our castles in the air should stay where they are, and now we simply have to build on their foundations. In the end, there are many blessings to come. Be responsible, stay committed, remain humble, honor life with your deeds, and life itself will simplify to help you achieve happiness and success. Thank you, and may the force be with you all today.
Thank you. Please stay just a second. Sergio, thank you for those words. They were wonderful, and I hope everybody was listening out there. Please accept this gift from the university as a remembrance of your time here. Thank you. I now invite Terry McDevitt to the podium to bring greetings from the system and to authorize the president to confer degrees.
Good afternoon, graduates. President Keck, Provost Adanaz, distinguished guests, friends and families of today's graduates, members of Texas A&M International University's class of 2015, I'm honored to be here today, and I bring greetings on behalf of the entire Board of Regents of the A&M University system. Today is a special day as you prepare to walk across this stage and into the next chapter of your lives. You don't know now what opportunities and challenges await you, but I guarantee that you have plenty of surprises in store, including the Star Wars thing, which I hear is really fabulous. So I hope you get to see that this weekend after you celebrate. I do know that whatever comes next, you'll be prepared because of your time here at this great university. The system is very proud of this university, and today was my first opportunity to visit, and I just have to say, when I saw a few of the highlights, and I just had time for a few today, but the planetarium, the St. John's Bible, which you now have here, the only public university in Texas to have those beautiful, beautiful volumes. It really says a lot about this university, and you should all be very, very proud of your time here. We're certainly proud of what you've accomplished here. Everyone at the system is. This system, the Texas A&M University system, and its members, the state agencies, the other universities, have been dedicated to improving the lives of Texans through teaching, research, and service for more than 130 years. I know each of you here today will carry on that proud legacy of positively impacting lives by taking with you all that you have learned and experienced here at TAMIU. And now, by the authority of the Texas A&M System Board of Regents, it is my sincere pleasure to authorize President Keck to confer the respective academic degree for which you have been recommended with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations pertaining thereto. Sadly, I have a deadline to meet and I won't be able to stay to watch you walk across the stage, but I wish you all much happiness, much success, and great good fortune, and congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. I'll see y'all again soon. Provost, bye-bye.
And now, will all the candidates for the respective degrees and all faculty please rise? Dr. Keck, I certify that the graduates whose names will appear on the official graduation list will have completed all work required for their degrees and will be in compliance with the policies and regulations as approved by the Board of Regents and published in the official catalog of Texas A&M International University. On behalf of this community of scholars, the faculty, and staff, I recommend that their degrees be conferred.
By the authority vested in me by the Chancellor, by the Board of Regents of the Texas A&M University System, acting under the enabling legislation establishing this university, and in pursuance of the recommendation of the faculty and academic administration, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree to which you are entitled with all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Baccalaureate graduates, you may now move the tassel from right to left. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Marshall, please escort the candidates to the stage.
Mr. President, I now present to you those individuals upon whom a baccalaureate degree from the A.R. Sanchez Jr. School of Business has been conferred. Receiving a posthumous degree, Jorge Enriquez Heralde and Pamela Enriquez will accept the degree for Jorge Enriquez. Graduating magna cum laude, Sergio Alejandro Bernal. Noemí E. Rodríguez Abrego. Griselda Andrea Adame Soriano. Jonathan Adams. Hugo Adriano Sanchez. Arnold Alanis III. Daniel Alemán Miranda. Liliana Arellano. Graduating magna cum laude, Leopoldo Benavides III. Graduating cum laude, Daniela Borrego. Graduating magna cum laude, Jessica Bustamante. Melissa Cantu. Hugo E. Carmona Gallo. Elías Caro. Cristian Andrés Castro. Brenda Denise Cavazos. Gilberto Cavazos. Alejandro Contreras Jr., Marlene Berenice Coronado, graduating cum laude, George Jesse Cortez, graduating cum laude, Vicky Cortez, Peter Evan Casulis, Gerardo Ramón Delgado, Marilu Díaz, Milo Eduardo Díaz, Alejandro Domínguez Jr., Ernesto Escamilla, Bernardo Escareno, Alberto Matilde Esparza, Lorena Fernández Maldonado, Alma L. García, Félix A. García, Jacqueline García, José Emanuel García Jr., graduating cum laude, Leslie Astrid García Delgado, Rogelio Cristian García, Derek Brian Garza, Eduardo Garza, graduating magna cum laude, Erica Garza, Francisco J. Godina, Miranda Gómez, Ricardo Antonio Gómez, Rodolfo González, David Alejandro González Febres, Luis Gerardo Guevara, Jonathan Asher Gergen, graduating magna cum laude, Cesar Ernesto Gutierrez Jr., Georgette Hall, Iris Yesenia Hernández, José Bernabé Hernández, Mauricio Hernández, Alexa Ibáñez, José Insunza Montoya, Rogelio Larumbe, José Roberto Lastra. Oscar Lechuga. Edgar Omar Limón. Denise López. Lorena Liseth López. Graduating summa cum laude, Jorge Neri Maldonado. Jeanette Martinez. Graduating cum laude, Jose Manuel Mata. Amanda Lisette Medina. Endenira Elias Carrillo. Martín Muñoz. Juan Raúl Murillo. María Guadalupe Nolasco. Liliana M. Núñez. Alfonso Peredo Villarreal. Graduating cum laude, Priscilla Pérez. Andrea Michelle Pompa Sanchez. Graduating magna cum laude, Rosalía Pujols Burgos. Verónica Quintanilla. Aaron Michael Ramirez. Ociel Eduardo Ramírez. María Enriqueta Romanos Moctezuma. Carla Edith Rios. Graduating cum laude, Valerie Roche. Eric Rodriguez. Graduating cum laude, Aldo Alexandro Rojo. Edgar Ruiz. Jonathan Saldaña Marín. Daniel Eduardo Sánchez. Carolina Sánchez Galván. Miguel Cristian Serna. Alicia Vázquez. Laureline Leanne Vázquez. Graduating magna cum laude, Pablo R. Vela Aragón. Lisbeth Villa. Rosalba Villarreal Pérez. Walter Antonio Samarripa. Arturo Augusto Herrera Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the baccalaureate graduates from the A.R. Sanchez Jr. School of Business. Mr. President, I now present to you those individuals upon whom a master's degree from the A.R. Sanchez Jr. School of Business has been conferred. Jael Aldana Magaña. Ismael Alvarado de los Reyes. Eric Adrián Argote Vera. Juan Carlos Bermea. Nick Bravo. Marisela Briceño. Amy Nicole Cázares. Wei Guang Cheng. Sanjita Datta. Juan Ramón Estrada. Julio Omar Galaviz Setien. Cristel Leney Reyes. Cynthia I. Gonzalez. Roxana Yvette Gonzalez. Abraham Marcelo González Santos. Juan Herrera IV. Elisa López. Lorenzo F. Lozano. Alberto Montemayor Frías. Irma Geraldina Ortegón Martínez. Julián R. Palacios Jr. Susana Pérez Caballero. Adriana Patricia Ramos Montoya. Horacio Romo de Alba. Gloria Cristina Santos. Andrea Denise Tijerina. Mauricio Ballesteros González. Laura Adriana Govea. Pierre T. López. Cristel Liana Lozano. Francisco Alejandro Ortega. Jessica Lisbeth Ortega. Vanessa Sanchez. Irene Mable. Venkata Lashmi Sraravi Aluru. Venkat Reddy Anugu. Ajith Reddy Adetla. Chandu Dwarakanath Avula. Parikshit Reddy Badam. Sai Krishna Charabatula. Nagpavan Cheluri. Bindu Kiran Devara Konda. Mukesh Reddy Danagari. Lakshmi Rajo Devi Grandi. Akash Reddy Inabolu. Satya Vinod Jakula. Sudhir Babu Kandukura. Vinil Akash Kopolu. Tao Richie Lin. Padmini Mekineni. Sujit Muva. Taraka Rajiv Sharma Naranyan Batla. Karthik Polina. Pranitha Ravala. Jayashri Minu Renkunta. Vijay Bhargav Sandra. Sharmish A. Sharma. Amit Kumar Shurethi Shetty. Sudeep Kumar Sheila. Tama Shanti Priya. Crystal Nicole Tobias. Ricardo Trujillo. Dinesh Reddy Budkuri. Seneha Butmidi Chetty. Rajiv Anantasai Yanamatla. Bharath Kumar Yemineni. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the master's graduates from the A.R. Sanchez Jr. School of Business.
On behalf of this university community, I congratulate each of you upon the completion of your degree. Wow. Mucho alboroto. In a few moments, graduates, you walk out into this gorgeous December early evening. Your diploma proclaiming your readiness to enter the company of men and women prepared by university experience to labor, to lead, to inspire. We in the university for now have done what we can. It is your turn. Contrary to what is often asserted, I assure you that the world waiting outside this campus is no more daunting or cruel or complex than the world has ever been. All literature and history, most especially ancient writings, record the same dizzying, confusing array: cruelty and mercy, ignorance and enlightenment, greed and charity, truth and falsehood. Different, fragile, without precedent is this government and this society, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men and all women are created equal. Thomas Jefferson articulated it, George Washington brought it to life, Abraham Lincoln preserved it, Eleanor Roosevelt taught us how to live it, Cesar Chavez and Martin Luther King brought reality and dream together. We challenge you now as you begin your work in this new life, inspired by the examples prepared by this university to pursue and to enhance this great vision for human life, the conviction that the dignity and the welfare of each man and each woman and each child is, for all of us together, our most precious possession. May it be said when you are done, we are better because he passed by. We are better because she was here with us. As with everything else in your life, you needed support to get to this day. Therefore, I invite, please, all family members of the graduates, relatives, tíos, abuelos, suegros, hijos, hermanos, please, everyone, stand and allow us to thank you. And now, graduates, it's your turn to recognize the people who put you where you are. We heard it in those fine words. The faculty, the staff of this university, the people who pushed you forward when you needed it, pulled you back when you needed it, told you it was perfectly done when it was, told you you need to do it again when you did. The faculty of this university, please join me in saluting them. Dr. Moyer, thank you for the beautiful music from our TAMIU band. Dana Crabtree, instructor of music, will lead us in the singing of the alma mater, printed on the back of your program, after which Joshua Llamas, President of Student Government, will offer a prayer of gratitude. Please stand.
Near to Rio Grande's waters, stately towers above the plain.
We would like to invite all alumni, family, and friends to dedicate this time for a moment of silence, meditation, or prayer. And gentlemen, please remove your hats. As we gather this afternoon in celebration of our academic accomplishment, we are grateful for the completion of this stage of our lives and for the opportunities and challenges that lie ahead. We acknowledge all those events over these past years, the joys, hard work, and even the difficulties, at times accompanied by sadness, for without them we wouldn't have become the men and women that we are today. We ask for the strength to change our global landscape, for strength of mind and spirit to productively coexist with our fellow human beings, and for achieving peaceful solutions to our global problems. May our new alumni never forget this part of their lives, and may our efforts prove fruitful. Go in peace.
You may be seated. As I've listened to the three distinguished student scholars today, let me say that what's come to mind is that we've filled your toolbox and we've given you the how-to to use those tools. It's now up to you to take those tools that we've given you and go out into the world and be successful. And I know that each and every one of you will be successful in whatever you choose to do. This concludes our service. I would like to thank every one of you for coming today, and congratulations, graduates. I forgot. This has been a long day for me. Would you all please stay seated as the stage party and the graduates leave the building, and it'll make it a lot easier for everybody to get out. Thank you.